think that we're live right now. We are hearing this right now. So with that being said, we're back here, WakeUpCall with Dan Tortora, on site, on location at Avicolli's. We're here every single month with the Liverpool Warriors right down the street. 7839 Oswego Road is where we are here at Avicolli's, and you can literally walk from Liverpool High School here. We have Mia Berthoff of the Liverpool girls lacrosse team and their head coach, Erynn Anderson. So, welcome, ladies. How are you? Doing well? Give them a round of applause, please. Yeah. I just screamed at you. No applause. Just lots of yelling. Mia, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Should we sing you happy birthday?
No, it's really okay.
Happy birthday.
I'm very sorry.
It's okay.
I'm very sorry. But it is nice. You appreciate it, right? It's a family.
Yep.
Okay, so who do you love the most? Who do you love the most on the team? If only one of them could sing you happy birthday, who would it be?
But they're like twins.
Okay.
So it's Caitlin and Gianna.
Okay. All right.
I love you.
What, Coach?
What?
Hi. How are you?
Hey.
How's everything? Coach razzes me off the air. I want
All
people to
time.
know that. Literally all the time. So, Coach, who do you razz in practice the most?
Who don't
Razz
I?
means who she makes fun of the most. Who she's hard on the most. Who she maybe is sarcastic with the most.
Oh man, I honestly want to say everybody.
Okay.
I try to disperse that as evenly as possible.
Okay.
I will say I have a nice back and forth with Gianna.
Gianna.
Carbone can take it. We can go to a level that.
I can give it back.
Yeah, and it's a healthy respect of criticism and sarcasm. Yeah, for sure.
It's a healthy balance.
Yeah, and then I'm probably hardest on this one, to be honest with you.
Is that true, Mia?
Yeah.
Why do you think she's so hard on you?
Because she expects so much out of me.
Do you think she gets that?
Yeah.
Has Coach brought out the best in you yet, or is there more to come?
There's definitely more to come.
There's more to come? All right, Coach, what are we missing here? What do you think is, if Mia is an iceberg and we've only seen the tip of the iceberg, what's under the water?
Well, there's a lot under there. She's a captain this year.
Yeah.
She's always been kind of a little silent leader, I think, from my understanding on her other teams.
Yeah.
We named her captain because we know that she's got more that she, I think, needs a title to sort of get out of her and help us get to that next level. And she's a hard worker. She's one of those kids that if she's working hard, everyone else wants to work hard behind her. And when she talks and she elevates her voice, people listen because she doesn't do that often. But when she does, she's serious and she knows what she's talking about.
Mia, do you pick and choose your spots on when you do use your voice, like Coach said?
Yeah, I feel like I definitely do that. After our first loss, I felt like it was a need to say something because our first scrimmages looked so good, and then our first game just did not look like that. And I felt like I needed to come in and say something because we have so much potential, and that was not represented in our game.
So what do you, like you said, there's so much potential on this team. Things look good going in, but the game didn't.
Yeah.
What about these first couple games have you learned the most about this team at this point?
I've learned we never stop fighting. We were down and by a lot, and we still pressured out in red. And after me, I got 2 yellow cards, so I was out, and Addison was out, and they picked me up and said, "You're fine. You'll get it next game," and they represented me on the field.
Okay, appreciate that. We got to clap that up. That's good. Coach, what are you taking from these first 2 games?
I'm excited. I mean, losing is never fun. No one wants to lose, and you don't compete to lose. But I think what's special about these kids this year, and they know it, so this isn't anything new, but they've really taken the chemistry piece, the outside, the off the field stuff seriously. Abby and Grace spoke to you earlier about that, and I think that, that's something that may have not been always consistent with some of our teams in the past. And so I think just the last piece is just connecting all of them together, and we'll get there. I'm very excited and very optimistic, and already proud of them for some of the other stuff that we've already achieved.
Positive mindset.
In most recent history, this team's had some good wins against some good teams.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that there's something to build upon. Erynn, when you say you're excited about this team and you're excited about the things that haven't happened yet, but you believe they will, what are some of the things you see in practice that we haven't seen yet that you think are laying that foundation for a potentially good season?
Well, we have full 90 to 120 minute practices. We have energy in practice consistently throughout. There's not a lot of messing around, but we have a comfortability where if we make mistakes, there's nobody really worried about that. We just kind of get up and keep rolling. I do think, and I think that Coach Flood and Coach Hart agree, like we have pretty effective practices. We practice the things that they're going to do in games. We don't just fill dead time.
Yeah.
And everybody, we have to tell them to stop talking half the time because all they want to do is kind of like talk out the problem solving. And that's a really good problem to have as a coach because they want to actually fix it in the moment. And I think that that's something that's going to help us down the pike. And I'm really looking forward to watching them get the success that I know that they really want, that they're working for.
You heard Abby and Grace talk about what the things about practice that they're not fans of. Coach, what's one thing about practice that you think is the most fun part of practice? Do you have a moment in practice, something you try to do that no matter what happened in the game before or what happened in practice that day, do you have a few minutes where you do something fun with the team?
Well, I don't know if there's something consistently that we do that's fine. I don't like them leaving upset, and so sometimes I try to find the right words,
Yeah.
and it takes me a while to find them, but I want them. I don't want anybody going home feeling like they failed the day, and so we do try hard to make some sort of acknowledgement of that, regardless of what the practice or game was. But yeah, and I think probably from like an actual action item, I think anytime we have competition in practice where there's some sort of punishment that's either team-based or Coach Flood-based, it's always very funny for me. I don't like punishing them with anything. I do like Coach Flood punishing them and them naming punishments. It's pretty funny.
Okay, so you're a good cop, Coach Flood, bad cop?
That's what we've tried that. I don't.
Okay.
We're getting there, I think.
All
I think
right.
I'm supposed to be bad cop, but I'm pretty sure Coach Flood's bad cop. I'm good cop. Coach Hart is mom.
Okay.
Hart is mom.
Coach Hart is mom.
So, Mia, tell me something good about Coach Hart and something good about Coach Flood. I love the silence that comes after some of these questions. Tell me something good. Give me a minute.
I would say Coach Hart is always smiling.
Okay.
So if you ever look at her, she's just always smiling.
Okay.
And Coach Flood, I would say she brings out the best in me in playing whatever I do. She pushes me to be the best and tells me what I need to do. So yeah.
Okay, I like that. That's a good answer. Coach, what do you think about Coach Hart and Coach Flood?
Ugh, they're the worst. No, I honestly, you deal with all sorts of adversity when you're a coach at any level, but we've dealt with a little bit here this year so far, and it doesn't hurt, it doesn't hit as hard because I have really good co-coaches.
Yeah.
And we're also buddies, so that helps. And I trust them, I think, implicitly, and I think that they trust each other and me implicitly, and I think we work really well together. So yeah, it's a blast. I love them.
I've had you here since I think day one of you coming in.
Yep.
So from day one to now, what have you learned about yourself as a coach?
I think I've learned that I don't have to be hard to get my point across, but I also have learned that it truly does take 4 years to establish your own program.
Yeah.
and to have a culture that you can sort of work within and problem solve within. It doesn't take too much time out of your designated time of coaching to get those problems solved. Really grateful for the community that we've built, and it really is it is a testament to the families that have been around for as long as I've been here, that have helped with all the external stuff, booster clubs, our tournaments, just family gatherings, team gatherings, all those things. So just being more involved with the program, the families, the kids, has made it a little bit easier for me to soften and just enjoy the job.
I appreciate that. I'm also watching one of your student athletes open a window right now.
She's actually a really smart one. So, don't know what's going on, but
I've never seen any of these. I've never seen any of these open before. So whatever she just did was somewhat magical, I think, and interesting. So that was fun. There's a serious answer and something very not serious happening right in front of our faces here. You guys can't see it. So Mia, tell me something good about Coach while we make sure that bat that got in here is on its way out.
Seriously.
I would say if I'm having a bad day, with her words, she'll just make it a good one. She calls it her soapboxes, but she will make me in a good mood any day.
In a good mood any day, okay? Coach, tell me something good about Mia. You said you're really hard on her. You told me to make sure I told the world it was her birthday today.
Yes.
So tell me something good about her.
Mia, aside from all the lacrosse stuff, I think she is a sweet person.
Yeah.
And I think that what's been really nice over the last few years of getting to know her is I think that we've created an environment where she can be all the things that Mia is. And one of those things is a sweet person. She's tough, she's aggressive, she's very focused as an athlete, she's funny, she's sarcastic, she can be a jerk, but she's also a sweetheart. And
your mom nodded off the air.
I love it.
So.
I love having someone like that on the team that can be all the things. We're very lucky.
Mia, I think you've been one of my most recurring faces and voices. So, what's your advice to someone who does this show in the future? What would you tell them? Since I feel like you've gotten pretty good at it. You used to be more quiet. You're not as quiet anymore.
Don't say
I will say that.
Or like. No ums or likes.
Yeah, you say or like, you have to run in practice.
You can't prepare for any of these questions. They literally just come off the air, so
Okay.
good luck.
You can't prepare for anything, so good luck. Okay. Coach, I want to talk about your Bills for a second.
Let's go, Jags. Let's do this. I'm actually wearing their colors today.
So, yeah, I want to talk about the Bills. Now, I didn't wear my Jaguars stuff because I want to have neutral gang colors on for today. So I did that for you in appreciation. I do like the Bills more in the last 3 years than I ever have.
Fair weather, yes.
No, not fair weather.
All right.
What people have asked of me is when I'm not cheering for Jacksonville, basically every time the Bills don't play Jacksonville, Bills fans have tried to bring me into the Mafia and say, will you support us if we're not playing you?
Right.
And I have.
Good. It's working.
So tell me why you think this team is going to be better prepared this year than they were this past season when I picked them to go to the Super Bowl.
All right, so I've got a list. I'm not going to bore everybody because I can. I think my team, the Buffalo Bills, are going to be very strong this year because we're doing a lot of work right now building our O-line. And we're giving a lot of these fellas one-year contracts. We're making them earn it and work for it. And
I call it the American Idol contract.
We're getting these guys in, and they're like, we're coming because we want to win, and we're going to prove to you that we're the guys that are going to help do it. And we've got great veteran leadership. We've got guys that were kind of like prima donnas in the offseason last year that renegotiated and restructured their contracts to allow us to have the funds to bring these boys in without hurting our cap. And I don't hate our first round 27th pick in the draft because I do think we're going to go for either a WR or RB. And I think, or maybe the safety, I'm not sure, but I don't think we need the safety. And Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer are back. So I'm pumped. Let's roll. Go Bills.
Mia, How much does Coach talk about the Bills in practice?
She doesn't really talk about them.
Yeah, it's off season.
Yeah.
It's off season? Okay. So she doesn't do it that much now?
No, not really. Except go Bills whenever something comes up about Bills.
So say go Bills? So if somebody scores a goal, will she say go Bills?
No.
No? Somebody wears
Yeah.
the colors.
Yeah.
Which is really easy to do because it's the colors of our country.
America.
So red, white, and blue.
Exactly.
All right, Mia. We're gonna play rapid fire now. You and I have done this before, so I expect the best out of you for this. You get to ask me the first question.
Okay. What inspired you to interview high school athletes?
I love my community. I moved back here from Florida, and people said why, and I said because I just love my home. And actually, at the time, my grandmother she needed some help, both of my grandmothers. And so if I didn't move back home, I wouldn't have gotten to see them, which would have been a regret. I don't live with regret. So I came home to do that, to be with my two grandmothers. And I started my company, and I had an idea almost 8 years ago. And I said, Jim Boeheim gets interviewed all the time, and there's no coaches from Oswego getting it, nobody from Lemoyne, nobody from OCC, and nobody's doing high school stuff. So it was an idea almost 8 years ago. And I thought to myself, this is something that will go forever, because what student athletes and what coaches don't deserve to have their story told? So I take it on my chest every day to make sure that we get your name out there when it comes to recruiting, when it comes to what you've done in the season. I wear Upstate New York stuff everywhere I go because I want people to stop me and talk to me about the student athletes here because I want to help you guys any way I can. Coach knows that. So, yeah, I mean, why do I do it? Because you deserve it. I can't believe people weren't doing it consistently before. And as long as I'm alive, you're going to have it. So that's how I feel about it. All right. All right. Mia.
Great question.
Mia, I've asked you so many things. What do I ask you now? Okay. I don't think I've asked you about food before. Have we done food? I don't think we've done food. All right, Mia. What's the one food you can't live without? And what's the one food your mom makes that you wish she would stop making?
Okay. One food I can't live without is steak.
It's steak, okay.
So, and then one food my mom makes
That she wanted to stop making.
be I don't know. She's not really like that. But like combined, like my mom and dad,
Yeah.
like
mom and dad.
sloppy joes and like stuffed peppers. Like, no. Or like the inside of peppers. Like no, I will not eat that.
Okay. The sloppy
inside-
Joe thing is
what's the
something
inside
that a
pepper?
parent always tries. It doesn't work.
No.
Okay. All right, Coach. What do you got for me?
Oh, question.
Yes.
What is your, I think I've asked this before, but I don't remember. So what is your favorite sports movie quote? Your go-to, like, sports movie quote. I don't have one, so that's why I'm asking.
I do have one. And I don't know if I remember it completely
you have
exactly.
one.
Let me think about this. So, am I allowed to pull it up so I don't misquote
Yeah,
it?
you can Google.
All right. Let me pull it up so I don't misquote.
Killing me, Smalls.
That's a good one. That is a very good quote. So my quote would be,
Oh, I know where you're going.
because I put it up all the time and I put the video up all the time. So if I can find it here, which I did not type it in correctly. So my favorite quote would be, I think it's this one.
Yeah.
Is it that one? Yeah, okay. It's this one. All right, it's not going to let me do it.
You got to tap.
I got to tap it. Let me see here. So, I have to tap this? All right.
There you
Usually
go.
it works without. Okay. So this is my favorite quote. I don't want to misquote it. So now I'm going to say it. So, the world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are. It will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. but it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. And that's from Rocky Balboa. So that's my favorite quote.
Solid.
All
Well
right.
done.
All right, Coach. You said you don't have one.
I do, actually.
You do?
Yeah.
All right, so tell me yours.
All right, it's a long one.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
And I have to throw air quotes around it
You're gonna put
because
your-
I identify as a female.
Okay.
I'm him. Stefan Diggs, Buffalo Bills. Actually, if more accurately, I'm him. Stefan Diggs.
Okay. All right. Brought it back to the Bills. All right, Mia, you got one more for me. What do you got?
What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Well, I have a new ice cream that's coming out at Carvel DeWitt. I have a new sundae. And it's called the DT Dolphin, and it has to do with Lemoyne. I can't tell you what's in it because we're releasing it within the next 2 weeks. But I'm really excited about that. If I had to pick something else, though, I'd say chocolate chip cookie dough. And I also like the crazy stuff. I like the cotton candy flavors too. Yeah, I like birthday cake. Birthday cake's good. I like to change it up a little bit. All right, Mia. You and I both talked about food. So let's discuss this. I've asked this to other teams before, but never to you. You're going on a road trip across the country. You got to pick one of your teammates to drive the car, one of your teammates to bring the best snacks, and one of your teammates to be in control of the aux. Who's playing the music?
Okay.
So bring it on.
Caitlin in control of aux.
Okay.
Wait, what are the other two?
Who's
Who's
driving?
driving and who's bringing snacks?
Snacks.
You're all toddlers. Who's driving? You?
Actually, yeah. She's
Probably her.
I would say Boom, which is Addie. She would bring the best snacks.
Okay.
And the driver. I don't know.
Just pick up.
Addison Graham.
There you go.
She's not here either.
Okay. She would be the good driver?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Coach, your last one for me?
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your favorite appetizer from Avicolli's on Route 57? Liverpool, New York.
Probably. Everybody says this wrong.
I know what you're gonna say.
Calamad.
Yeah.
Everybody calls it calamari. That's not how you say it in Italian. It's calamad. Calamad. And the thing is, it's not manicotti, my lord. It's monagot. It's not ricotta. It's rigot. It's not mozzarella. It's mozzarella. So there's a lot of things that people say wrong. And it drives me nuts if you go to an Italian restaurant, which obviously not this one, they do a good job here.
Right.
But I've been to Italian restaurants where I'll say, I want the monagot. And she's like, what? I said, the monagot. And she's like, what are you talking about? We don't have monagot. And I pointed to it, and she goes, and she said it like this. She goes, oh, the manicotti? And I was like, you need to quit your job, right? Are you German? What are you doing here? So...
She was like, yeah, I
And
am. I'm German.
And she's like, I don't learn the words here, just point. And I was like, no, you're at a place called Rico's, figure it out. And that doesn't exist anymore. So, but yeah, you gotta say calamari. Everybody says calamari and it drives me nuts.
So calamari is your favorite appetizer?
I want you to leave right now. So, okay, Coach. All right, Coach. So you razz me, I razz you. We've done it for a few years now.
Yes.
If you could have any comedian roast you, who would it be and why?
Pete Davidson. Done.
Okay, why?
Because he's so mean but adorable. No one would. No, he's not. Adorable is not the same as good looking. He's not good looking. He is adorable. He's very mean. He's very gross, but he does it in a way that like no one knows what
Nobody knows how to
his
react.
tone is.
Yeah.
So Pete Davidson, okay, that's my number one.
Okay.
And then probably, I mean, she's not technically a comedian, but Amy Poehler would probably be another one.
She's a
She,
comedian.
she's a comedian. She's more like improv.
Yeah.
But she's pretty solid, and she'd probably do a nice job.
Really good movie she did. Is it Trainwreck? Am I thinking of the same
No,
one?
that's,
No, that's Amy
oh my
Schumer.
God,
It's Amy Schumer.
No.
So Amy Poehler, yeah, that's why I was thinking of Amy Schumer.
Yeah, Amy Schumer, I've read her books. She's solid. But no,
Okay.
I think Amy Poehler's probably a little bit wittier.
Amy Poehler's better.
She would
was
take
on-
care of
wasn't
it.
she on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like her.
Yeah.
I got them mixed up. Those two?
Both SNL folks, yeah.
Okay, all right. So with that being said, head coach Erynn Anderson, as well as Mia Berthoff, myself, Dan Tortora, here at Avicolli's every month down the road from Liverpool High School. I tell you that because when you get your food here, you need to bring your tail over to Liverpool, support Liverpool Warriors, Girls Lacrosse, and all of the athletic programs. I ask you one more time because I love this community and I love these teams. And this team is awesome. Let's give a round of applause one more time.